welcome back to Out of Focus. You know, getting a tattoo has become very common among young people these days, and we got a huge response when we asked for volunteers during local radio interviews. So we sent our cameras out to Marc's Tattoo in Scranton, where anyone can get a tattoo, even you.
There used to be something a sailor got on an alcohol-filled evening with his buddies. Or the impression is that some hairy 300-pound guy with a patch on his eye is going to do it in some sleazy alley behind a closed door. But now in the 90s, a form of self-expression has stuck. I'm Matt Fry, and we've taken our out-of-focus cameras to Scranton, to Marc's Tattooing, to clear up some of the misconceptions about getting a tattoo. First of all, the waiting area is a comfort. They even have a pool table, so you can take a couple shots before you get your tattoo. Yeah, definitely. I think that one's good. Works for you. I don't see any 300-pound guys named Bubba here waiting to get a tattoo. Instead, we're greeted by Karen, who's not only just a receptionist, she'll also help you pick out the perfect tattoo.
Man, I tattoo everybody from bikers and to lawyers, doctors, professional people, kids, deadheads.
Pretty much everyone.
Every walk of life gets tattooed.
This isn't the picture that I get when I picture a tattoo studio.
Well, a lot of people get the impression when you say tattoo parlor, you know, they have a dingy old nasty place, and it's really not the artwork that we're putting out. That's not how it is. I mean, tattooing today, anything can be done from little hearts and roses all the way to photorealistic. You know, we can do portrait work of your pet dog or your mother. It has to be clean. You know, it's just like a doctor or dentist. You know, working on a patient, they have to be clean. And as far as tattooing goes, it has to be the same way. And we do uphold the highest health standards in the tattoo industry.
What do you use to sterilize everything?
Everything is autoclave sterilized. We use hospital sterilization techniques. Pins are never reused. We only use them once. And everything else is scrubbed and autoclaved, individually wrapped. I've been educated in disease prevention and tattooing through the Alliance of Professional Tattooists, and the AIDS virus, people think needles and AIDS. Well, we're not using needles, we're not using hypodermic needles, we're using pins, very small pins, and the transfer of AIDS through needles is usually an intermuscular puncture wound. When we're not going intermuscular, we're just going into the surface of the skin.
Do you get more on Friday than you do on Monday, or how do you set up?
Well, we do a lot of appointments, so we're usually pretty busy all the time.
Is it addicting, in an artistic sense?
Pretty much. It's addicting because people usually have this idea in their head that it's going to be excruciatingly painful, but they really want to do it, so they'll come in and they'll get a little piece done, and they'll be, you know, it's a surprise to them that it was nothing to it, and I would venture to say probably 85% of my customers who get tattooed once within a year are back for another one. We do everything from ear piercing to
I understand that you're holding a convention soon.
It's going to be great. We had one last year, and we had a little one, and we had a great turnout, so we figured Scranton was ready for a bigger, better show. So you don't have to go to Philadelphia or New York City to go to a big city to see a tattoo convention.
For more information on tattooing or the tattoo convention coming in the summer of '95, call Marc's Tattooing in Scranton at 344-4744 and tell them Out of Focus sent you.
Well, at least my mom always knows what I'm doing.
Boy, I'm glad he's the one that got the tattoo, not me. He really saved my skin. More Out of Focus coming right up.